Okay, so we were talking about kind of songs, maybe from your childhood, that maybe you'll hear recently on the radio or pop a CD
Hmm.
in, or not even from your childhood, just anything that
Yeah, yeah,
maybe brings back childhood memories, or just anything that kind of brings out some emotions that remind you of something, or just anything like that. Just
yeah,
any songs.
definitely. I can't think of any certain songs, but I know definitely childhood memories, old like songs from like old rock and roll songs that my family used to listen to. Who's that one cat? I want to say, gosh, he used to have the who's the dude that used to have the big angel on the cover? Peter Frampton.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I couldn't tell you a song of Peter Frampton, but it's like those certain songs, you know it's him. It
Yeah.
reminds me of my mom a lot because she used to listen to him. Let me see specific songs. I heard a good song by the Beatles the other day. It made me feel good. It made me cry, but it made me feel good. It was we were playing cards, and I think it came on. I was like, no, this is a classic song.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard it in a minute. It was I think it was Everything is getting better.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
getting better all the time. And I thought, that made me feel good. I was listening to a Lauryn Hill acoustic, the one she did for MTV Unplugged, and there's that one where she's singing it, and at the end she starts crying, and she's talking about, obviously she's talking about God, but she's saying how merciful, how wonderful, God is, and every time I hear that, I'm like, dude, breaks me down because it was real. It was a real moment.
Yeah.
It wasn't fake, and that's a good one. Eric Clapton, Tears of Heaven, always brings a tear to my eye, because is it Tears of Heaven?
Yeah.
When he's talking about his son.
Yeah.
Will you know my name?
Yeah.
That makes it's a moment. But dude, that's the awesome thing about music. It brings out every single emotion, that there is. And
exactly.
when I listen to old like U2, Joshua Tree, it reminds me of my dad, stuff like that. Just certain songs, man. You hear them and you're like, dude, and it brings up memories. I listen to old reggae tunes and I think of, when I used to go surfing with my friends, and 5 o'clock in the morning, some old Still Pulse song will come on, like that's a good cut,
Yeah.
It just brings you back to a memory that, either was positive or negative, but it was a time, So, yeah, man, that's about it.
Cool. So with that, is there any P.O.D. songs that maybe do the same thing for you? I know there's a lot of fans that'll say the same thing. This song has touched them.
Yeah.
With me, how I brought up Satellite came on the other day on my iPod, and it kind of brought a tear to the eye.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
touched me.
all those songs are. I was listening to Satellite too, and then what was it? The what's the slower song we did at the end? It was about my mom again. That song. What's the slower one? I forget. I don't know my own.
One of those songs.
But that song, because it was a moment of just being honest. You know what I mean? And that song's like that. And then even like the old Mama song, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember playing that live in front of like kids and just breaking down like during the middle of songs, like dude, because even though you play it like every night, like there's certain days where it's just like, dude, it was a moment, but that definitely always brought back memories and stuff, and it was a good outlet. But every song of P.O.D, man, depends on what mood you're in.
What about with that being said, you look
Thinking
back
about forever.
Okay. You got it. If you didn't, everyone was gonna get mad at you.
Right.
But with that being said, you look back on your career, at least musically, with the band and everything, and I guess I could speak from the fans as well, is that a lot of what you guys have done has touched us and affected us, and maybe even encouraged us or even lifted us up. And what I've been seeing lately, if we lift each other up, we all rise up as one.
Yeah.
And I think, what do you see from your music, like with something like that being said?
I mean, dude, it never. I mean, you be honest, like, dude, we get tired. We get tired of touring. We're getting older. You go through so many politics, music, but it always comes down to doing what you love. But again, even like tonight with the cat that's directing our video, it's like, dude, the guy's not even. He budgeted everything. He's not even making a dime.
Wow.
He's not even making a penny because he's just
Wow.
like, dude, I wanted to work with you guys since Fundamental. And so the guy forfeited all his money and his own personal wages and said, dude, I'm gonna make the bomb video for you guys because I'm a fan of your band. I'm a fan of your music. And then you know how you get the people and then they start getting into their conversations, talking, and it's like there's a spiritual vibe there.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, this is cool. And this guy was saying how much his music touches us. And dude, again, every single day, whether it's talking to somebody and I'll see somebody in the store and they'll wink at me like, dude, I know what you guys are about, man. I listen to your words, I listen to music, and it's like I'm down, or whether again, stories we shared about things people are going through, dude. When it's all said and done, dude, that's what it's all about. That never gets old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know I've said this before. It's like, dude, you hear it so many times, dude, you guys rock, dude. That's cool. Like, I'm glad you think that. But it's that one person that says, dude, you guys' music, changed my life. Or, I've been emailing cats back and forth from like in Iraq right now. It's just like, dude, we listen to your music when, we're out there, and it's keeping me strong. It's like, dude, that's real business right there, And so, man, I'm grateful. I'm blessed to be a part of P.O.D. and, I'm just gonna ride this wave out, man, until whatever the next step is. And so then I hope that I hope people are as blessed as we have been, by them and by our friends that come and listen to our music.
Yeah. Well, I just gotta say this while I got you on camera. From the fans and from us as family, we just thank you for allowing God to use you and be effective through you, and it's been a blessing, man.
I'm here when He wants to use me.
That's cool.
I stay available, man.